It's 9 o'clock and it's Friday. And I don't know about you all, but I woke up this morning feeling like the weight of the world was just like crushing me from all of the awful things that are happening right now, or whatever is happening, however you want to characterize it. So today, I'd like to do some yoga to help get into our bodies. Excuse me as I come a little too close to you, I gotta turn my voice off. To help get into our bodies, to get an idea of where we're feeling these things. A lot of times we end up being really heady. I'm a really heady person. I think things through a lot. And we think that we can justify or overstress or overworry and fix it somehow in our minds. And some things just can't be fixed through the power of our thoughts. Sometimes we have to get to the nitty-gritty of it, the deeper stuff. So today I'd like you to really focus on feeling your practice and feeling where your emotions flow from in your body. Are you feeling the constriction of your heart? Are you feeling the hunching of your shoulders? Are you feeling a pit of despair in your stomach? Where are you feeling your feelings today? Is it just coming from your mental state, or can you really find it in the connective tissue of your being? And just explore it. So as always, we're gonna start laying down on our bellies. You are welcome to have blocks or blankets or straps or tissues or anything else that you might need. That is completely up to you. Let your head rest down onto your arms. Allow your eyes to close. And it is early, but give yourself time to settle into the earth. Allow your body to fully release to the floor. See if you can let go of the tension that you woke up with, if there was any. See if you can feel if there is an unevenness in the shoulders or the hips or the glutes, or the legs or the arms, the neck, even in the ears. See if you can feel the parts of your body that are restricted from your breath. Can you feel your inhale leading to your exhale? Can you feel your exhale giving way to your inhale? Can you let the rest of the body just settle, simply relaxing, letting go? Or do you feel like you are tightening and holding on to something that you're just not ready to release? Stay here for a couple more moments, just trying to breathe into the parts of yourself that might not always be available. Just exploring what's going on deeper and deeper within the psyche, within the body. And then when you're ready, let your legs come apart. Bend both your knees and start to windshield wiper your legs from side to side, letting both legs go from one direction to the other. One hip lifts as we move to the opposite direction. And maybe the hip doesn't lift much at all today. Some days are just heavy days. Some days are just hard to move under the weight of the world. And take it through maybe 1 or 2 more times. And then come all the way back into center and release your legs down. And then from here, we're going to take child's pose. So press your hands into the floor, roll all the way back, and take your time as you come back. Don't just throw yourself back. Roll all the way back and see the parts of your body, or feel the parts of your body that are really fighting you on this. There is a part somewhere, maybe it's in your middle back, maybe it's in your shoulders, maybe it's in your hips or your belly or your thighs or your heels, your ankles. Something has a resistance here. And that's okay. Maybe it would be better today to let your head rest on your arms. And then as you breathe here, breathe into your back body. As you inhale, expand the back of your body. Feel movement coming into the back. And then as you exhale, descend deeper between the thighs towards the floor. Give yourself time to breathe and release and let go. Give yourself time to feel this posture deeply. Don't become mentally persuaded. Don't make this about your mind, but instead really feel through it. Feel each vertebrae of the spine. Feel the hips, feel the knees, feel the fingers, feel the toes. And then from here, take it all the way across to the left. And again, not just shifting your body to the left in one fell swoop, but instead stretching to your left, feeling your hips draw back and down, feeling into your body. Where is the feeling? Where is the part of you that is restricting, that is tight? Where's the anger and the sadness? Where's the quiet and the joy? Then take it all the way across, all the way over to the right. However you get there is fine. Take your time. Smoothly transition through your postures today. Look for grace. Look for experience in the body. The body knows how to move. Let it happen slow and steady. Find the power of your breath. And let's take it all the way back through center again. Stretch the hips back. See if there's any change in the left or the right side of your body. See if the body can come down lower. And if it can't, don't worry about that. Don't mentally beat yourself up through your practice. Just experience posture work. Just experience what the body can tell you. And then let's roll forward into hands and knees. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Same thing as we always do, but thinking a little differently about it. As you inhale, let your belly draw down. Lift your chest, lift your hips, open up the front of your body. And then as you exhale, round your spine. Where is the tightness? Where is the tension? Are you just bouncing back and forth like a rubber band? Or can you feel the whole breath opening up the front of your body? Can you feel the whole exhale expanding the back of your body? Experiencing how your body feels today, not just in the, am I tight? Are my hamstrings tight? Does my back hurt? But if you can find the emotional reaction that gets stuck within these muscles, stuck within these within the tension. Your own trauma is held within the muscles, within the bone, within the body. We don't escape that. We explore it. And as we start to slowly release it and let go, we are giving ourselves more freedom, more empathy, more understanding. Last one, just like this, maybe a little bit slower, maybe a little faster, depending on who you are and how you are today. And then bring your spine to a neutral position. Walk your hands forward from your shoulders, tuck your toes underneath, and let's move straight back into a down dog. So shifting that weight back towards your feet and then lifting up through your legs, straightening your legs. Looking back towards your feet, take them about mat distance apart or hip distance apart, depending on what you need today. And then press the inner thighs back as you lift the heels and bring the chest a little closer towards your thighs. Letting there be a little bit more space in the back body, in the spine, in the legs. Beautiful. And then from here, walk out your dog. Bend one knee, lower the opposite heel to the mat, and switch. Take it through slow and steady, moving between these two actions. Bending one knee, lowering the opposite heel. Bending one knee, lowering the opposite heel. Take your time. One more time, just like this, walking out your dog. Big, deep breaths. Ignore me for a moment. And then from here, lift both heels as high as you can. And lower those heels towards the floor, wherever they go. It doesn't much matter where they go, just as long as they come down. You can take one foot and place the big toe and first toe on each side of your ankle. And you can press that ankle down towards the mat just a little bit, using a manipulation of your toes. Pull your lower belly up and in. And then switch. Try it on the other side. Lower the heel. Take your big toe and first toe and press on each side of the ankle through that Achilles, and then push down towards the floor a little bit more. Don't roll forward. Keep moving those hips back. And then place both feet flat down onto the floor or just in that region. Look between your hands and walk your feet forward all the way to the front of the mat. Take your feet about hip distance apart, and we're going to come up really slow here. So the head's going to come up last. Press through your feet, bend your knees. Shift your head up, reach your arms overhead, big stretch to the sky. Interlace your fingers, place the hands behind the back of the head so that you have a little bit of a shelf you're creating with your first finger, and your thumbs are on each side of the base of the skull. Elbows are out to the side, lift up through the center of the chest, pull your lower belly and press through your feet, engage your thighs. And then as you exhale, pull that chin or draw that chin down to your chest. Let the elbows hang and start to slowly, with bent knees, let the body fold forward. You might need to take your legs a little wider apart here. If you do, go ahead and do so. Bring it all the way down. Breathe slow. Hold on to the base of the skull here as you just let the arms help to elongate the back of the neck. Big, deep breaths. Don't be in any hurry to get out of this just yet. Instead, just see if you can feel that weight of your body. Shift your weight towards the balls of the feet a little bit. See if you have a little bit more stretch in your hamstrings available. If not, that's okay. And then press down firmly through your feet and rise up exactly as you went down. So, pressing through your feet, keep your eyes open, chin comes up last. Elbows come out to the side. As you exhale, lean to the left. The right elbow is going to come up to the sky. What is stuck in those right ribs? See if you can breathe into that right side of your body. Bring your head back just a little bit. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, take that right elbow down, left elbow up. Breathe into the left side of your body. Find what's between the ribs. Try not to push your pelvis forward. Bring it back a little bit and lift the pelvic floor. Inhale, come back into center. Exhale, release the arms. Interlace your fingers, move the arms back a little bit behind you. Turn your head to the left. Draw across center, turn your head to the right. Inhale, come right back into center, release your hands. Take the hands and interlace them one more time. This time, place them underneath of your chin. Press it up into the chin a little bit. And just let the chin lift. Imagine you can actually stroke the front of your throat just a little bit to release some tension there. It's a little easier to do when you're not talking. So taking those knuckles and just very gently Very gently. Don't look like you're punching yourself in the throat. That would be the worst. And then release your arms, come all the way up. And exhale, take the hands all the way down to the mat. You can use blocks here. You can place them right next to your feet. I try to show it with blocks as much as I can, as I'm a huge fan of blocks. Inhale, place your hands onto your shins, lengthen the top of your head forward. And then as you exhale, place those hands flat onto the blocks or the floor, bend your knees if you have to. Inhale, step that right leg back. You're starting in your first lunge, and I know I teach a lot of lunges in class on purpose. So lower that right knee to the floor, untuck your toes. Let your left knee be over top of your ankle, and let your hands rest onto the blocks or onto the floor. We don't want to collapse into the body, so roll the shoulder blades back. So as much idea as I give you, so many things to think about in your posture practice, I'd really like you to try and feel through your posture practice and just listen to my words as just little guides, but don't use them as your direction completely. Use your body. Listen to what your body does. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, find that nice extension through the back of the right leg, and then press firmly through your left foot and carry that right foot forward. Pull your belly button to your spine, engage the core. That action is bigger than just a step. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up, big stretch. Exhale, take it all the way down. Inhale, halfway. Hands to shins, hips over the knees, over the ankles. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg comes back. Big, deep lunge, knee comes to the floor. Untuck the toes, feel the lunge. Don't roll your shoulders into your ears. If they're here, before you just drop them back, I want you to see if you can find out why they're here. Why are your shoulders creeping into your ears? Why is your butt trying to pull back? Roll it back. I have ideas of why it might be doing that, but it's better if I can learn it. It's better if I can feel it in my own body and know, right? I could give you an anatomy lesson on why that happens, but it's not going to be helpful unless you can find it in yourself. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, press back through your heel. Right knee over your ankle, press through your right foot, engage your core to help carry that left foot forward. Inhale, press through your feet, rise up. Big stretch, deep open spaces. Exhale, take it all the way back down. Inhale, hands to shins, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step your right leg back again. Find that nice high lunge this time. You have your hands on something, so we don't have to come out of it unless we really need to. Push through that right heel. Breathe here. See what's happening in the lunge. What's happening in the front of the right thigh? Am I rolling my body? Am I bringing my shoulders into my ears? What's happening here? Let's keep the right hand on the blocker floor. Lift the left arm up. Pressing down through the big toe side of the left foot so we're not just dropping open, right? All of these things I've said a million times before. You might start hearing my voice in your sleep. Hold here and breathe. Stay with me. You can always drop your back knee if the body feels weak here or if it just doesn't want to open to this space. Exhale, take that left hand down to the floor. Inhale, step back with your left foot, find your plank. Are you dropping? Can you lift? Can you find engagement? What does the plank do to you here? Is it fatigue? Is it exhaustion? Is it sadness? Anger? However you want to lower down the spine, you can drop your knees first, or you can do that nice shift. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot forward. Pull forward with your belly. High lunge. Do you need more height here? Press back through your left heel. Keep your right knee over your ankle. Draw down through that right big toe. Are you letting your body collapse? There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're learning about it. What's drawing yourself into that collapse? Your left hand's going to stay down. You're going to reach that right arm up. The shoulder blades are drawing down and back. Push back through your left heel. The world is heavy now. You're feeling it in different ways. And even though you might not think that it's affecting you, it is. Because when something happens to one of us, it happens to us all. Exhale, lower your right hand down to the ground. And then, from this position, pull your belly button to your spine and carry that left foot forward. Inhale, push through your feet, rise up. Exhale, take it all the way back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step your left foot back again and find yourself into a high lunge. We were just here. Spin your left heel to the floor. Make sure your right heel is lined up with the instep side of your left foot. This is the mind part. Bring it into warrior two. Now find it in your body. Don't let your thoughts take away your experience. Draw yourself into this pose. Lift from your pelvic floor, finding strength. Lift from the center of your chest, finding lightness if you can. Let the shoulders draw down. What's happening with your hands? Are you making fists with your hands? Are you overreaching through your fingertips? Stay with it, one more breath. As you inhale, take your left hand to your back leg, reach your right arm up, find strength in your reverse warrior. Try not to release that right knee just yet. Beautiful. Take that right hand down. Left hand down, lift your back heel. Step back into your plank. Hold your plank for however long you feel comfortable doing so, and then lower, whatever way feels best. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, down dog, hold your down dog. I appreciate all of you trying to send me personal messages right now, but it'd be really cool if you could just hold off a little bit longer. I promise to get back to you, just not yet. Shake out your head, soften your neck and your jaw. One last breath. Let's carry that left foot forward. Left foot's coming forward in between your hands. High lunge, hold here. Spin that right heel to the floor, come all the way up into warrior two. Where are you? A ball in your fist, an overextension, like you're reaching so much that you're going to try and touch your fingertips each wall. Have your shoulders creeped into your ears again? Have you let the arms come back and behind you or too far forward? Just where are your arms? Can you feel them? Are you shaking? Is that shake from fear or exhaustion or rage? Right hand back, left arm up, opening up that left side of your body. Exposing this left flesh, these left organs. How does that feel? We always end up exposing these vulnerable places in our body in yoga. Beautiful. Let's take it out. Left hand, right hand, step back, lower, lift, down dog, big stretch, hold here. Shake out your head, soften your neck and your jaw. Last breath here. Awesome. Let's take that right foot forward. So from this position, we're going to move the blocks out of the way. Just because we need a little bit more stability, and sometimes blocks don't always give us the stability we think we need. You're going to hold this nice little lunge here, right near your ankle. You might be on your fingertips for the first part, that's okay. And then from this position, I'd like you to press firmly into the ground. And we're going to try this first stage first. We're going to pull the belly button to the spine. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of a scaredy cat back. So cat-cow is just that cat back.
pull your belly button up and in, engage your pelvic floor, and see if you can push away with your hands and just hug your right knee in. So the foot's off the ground, it's just kind of wandering around in the ether. Awesome, hold here. Keep breathing, squeeze it up and in. Keep breathing, squeeze it up and in. And then see if you can step that right foot back down onto the floor. That's stage one. We'll get to stage two shortly. Spin the left heel to the floor, come into warrior two. We were just here. Right elbow to the right thigh, left arm by our left ear. Exposing that left side of the body in a different way this time. Hold here. Stay breathing. Stay feeling. Feel your way through your practice today. What's happening with your hand? Awesome. Come to warrior two. Come out, right hand, left hand. Perfect. Spin. Take that right foot back, or just go straight to down dog. Lower. Lift. Down dog. Left foot forward. Hold here. You know what's coming, right? It's not a surprise anymore. You can't sneak it in. Core is engaged. Round your spine just a little bit. Little cat back. See, I'm even lifting my hips a little bit just to make sure I can get the space. Press your hands into the floor. Hover that left foot in. Lift your left foot off the ground. Knees in towards your chest as close as it can be. Hold here. Push back through the right heel if you can. Breathe. Keep breathing. A little higher. Breathe. Keep going. One more round. Awesome. Take that left foot down. Nice. Lower your right heel to the floor. Warrior two. Left elbow to your left thigh. Right arm by your right ear. Exposing that right side. What's happening on the right here? You feel anything coming into the liver? Feel anything in those kidneys? Awesome, one last breath. Arms out to the side. Carry it down, left, right. Beautifully done. Lift your back heel. Step back into plank or down dog. Lower the way you'd like. Lift your heart. Exhale, down dog. Shake out your head, soften your neck and your jaw. Stay here for 3 breaths. Last one. Awesome. So you can stay in down dog and watch this, or take a little bit of a break and watch it from drinking water and sitting. But I'm going to show you where we're going next. So I'm going to show you on the left. It's easier to see that way. You're going to come from a lunge, and we're going to take this into side plank. So some of us have done this before. So remember that hovering action. It all comes from there. The right hand's going to stay planted. You can keep the left fingertips on the floor. You're going to lift that left heel in, start to spin, and then reach. And maybe it's both legs. Or maybe it's this. This is okay too. All right, if you're doing this, it's just leg back, lift. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. I think you're either in down dog or you're in child's pose. If not, join us in down dog. Right foot forward. All right, so remember, it looks more difficult, but once you do it, it's gonna feel pretty good. Left hand down. Start to lighten the load on the right hand. Lift that right knee up and into your chest. Place the foot on the floor, or carry to the left. Reach that right arm up. Possibly extend the right leg, or you can stack, or you can fall off. And then nice and slow, take that right foot forward. Come back into your lunge. I forgot that part. Lower your left heel to the floor. Come all the way up into warrior two. It was rough. It's humid in the studio today. Right elbow to your right thigh. Left arm down by your hips. Reach past the left ear. Come all the way up, around, behind. Left hand to your lower back. might not like me from that last pose. I apologize. But maybe you can feel in your body where you don't like me. Last breath. Stage 1 of where we're going, by the way. So we're on stage 2 of the transition, stage 1 of this pose. Here we go. Left hand to the floor, right hand to the floor. Lift your back heel, down dog or vinyasa, your choice. So plank, lower, lift, dog, or just down dog. Are we ready for the left side? Let's do it before we decide against it. Left leg up if you want to, just get yourself in there. Lunge. Strong right leg, it's the one on the ground. Right hand on the floor. Spin. As you spin, let's pull this heel in. Reach up, or remember, foot can be on the floor. Reach up, whoops. Leg up, strong standing leg. Stack or stagger or whatever. Wonderful, last breath. Pull it forward. Poof. Lower your right heel. Warrior 2. Where do you feel that dislike in your body? Left elbow to your left thigh. Right arm by your right hip. All the way up by the ear. All the way back. Hand to the lower back. Is it in the legs? Is it in the shoulders? If it's in the shoulders, how does your chest feel? How about your middle back? Awesome. Let's come out of it. Warrior 2. And out. You choose. Child's pose, down dog, vinyasa, the down dog. You pick. What is your body telling you it needs? Feats of strength, release, relaxation. Maybe it needs a little bit more time in the back bend. Maybe it needs a forward fold. Maybe you're watching this video the way people watch football games or yelling through the video at me. Tuck your toes. Come back. Awesome. All right, let's go into stage 2 of that right angle position. Your right foot's gonna come forward in between your hands. We're gonna spin the left heel. So we are gonna practice a bind today. And there's a couple ways that you can do this. If you have a strap nearby, you might want to use it. If not, you won't. So I'm going to show you the 2 variations that I'm going to give you. From here, let's go into Warrior 2. I'd like you to hold this, or take your right elbow to your right thigh. Remember this guy. Variation 1. Variation 2, your hands on your lower back. Another way of doing that is you can hold your strap in your left hand. Notice my left hand is behind my right thigh. Then, you might take your right hand down and grab the bottom of your strap and just roll your shoulders back. Okay? So my hands are behind me. They're behind me. I know, you're still in the pose, right? Okay. Or for those of you who are like, meh, you can go ahead and grab your hands behind you. Same thing. You're gonna be here for like 5 breaths. Hold here. Roll your shoulders back, down, chest lifts. 4. Knee over your ankle, not past. 3, strong back foot. 2. And 1, nice, hands to the floor. Lift your back heel. Step back into plank. Do a vinyasa, down dog, or child's pose. That's a tender pose, so be careful. Don't overdo it. Stay in the one that works. Open your chest. Shall we go to the other side, please? Okay. Probably know where we're headed, right? Spin the right heel. Come into Warrior 2. Take that left elbow, your left thigh. Remember, you can be here. You can be here. Hands to the lower back. Rolling the shoulder back. Work this first. Make sure your chest is rolling back. Your shoulders are rolling back. Grab your strap, or bring the hand under and clasp. Some people will be able to clasp around the wrist. That's okay. I can't. Roll your right shoulder back. Warrior two legs, 5 deep breaths. Keep moving your right shoulder back. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1, release. Take it out. Lift your back heel. Everybody step back to plank. Everybody lower your knees. Pull your core in. Shift your hips up and forward. Bend your elbows a little bit. Lower your thighs. Not here. If you're there, why are you there? Explore it in the body. Keep breathing. Maybe turn and look over your right shoulder. Turn and look over your left. Come back through center. Lift your chin. Draw your chin down. From this position with your chin down, pull your belly button to your spine. Start to roll back into a child's pose. Very slowly, so you'll come through a half table, and then you'll start to stretch it back. And how does your body feel in this pose? How does your body feel in this pose? Are you sweaty? Are you tired? You feel like you just put yourself through the ringer? Are you in your mind still? Maybe not. Awesome. You guys are amazing, 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 amazing. Roll forward into hands and knees. And then from here, we're gonna go into puppy pose. So you're just gonna walk your knees back a little bit for those of you who are like coming off the front of your mat. I'd like to give you a chance to stretch out your chest and also to release those shoulders. So walk your hands forward as if you're coming into down dog. And then from this position, shift your hips back up into the sky and let your chest come wherever it goes. Or go wherever it heads. You can also place a rolled up blanket or pillow under your chest so it's not as far down. Sometimes that feels really good. Maybe another breath. Awesome. And then nice and slow. Come forward. We're going to stay in this variation of a back bend here. So you're going to come forward, elbows tight on the floor. Lower the hips. Take those elbows right under your shoulders. Fingertips face forward. Press down through the base of the thumb and the first finger and spread the rest of the fingers out. And now pull the elbows back, lifting the center of your chest up. Coming into Sphinx. Sometimes this is our favorite pose, right? Keep a little engagement in the core though. Don't just do this from your lower back, right? You don't want that. Think about what you're trying to express with this posture. That you're trying to explore the front body, right? Explore the expansion of the front body. And then also bring your attention to the back body and see if you're feeling this in your lower back, mid-back, maybe it's in your shoulders. And if there's a way to adjust this for your body to help create length and space without compromising the expression of the chest, but making it a little easier on you, please do. Awesome, let's take one more breath here. We have all the space in the world here. Beautiful, done. And let's go ahead and lower body all the way back down to the floor. We've been here before. This is a familiar place. Maybe take your legs a little wider apart again. take this little break. Just a little one. And I'd like you to breathe deep into your belly, but also start to feel the whole body against the ground. What's going on in there? Does it feel the same as it did at the beginning? Do you have access to a different part of your body now? Maybe a part that was quiet before is now loudly discussing itself with you? Let's take one more breath, just like this. Bend both your knees and windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Come back into center, extend your legs, press your hands into the floor, and let's roll back into child's pose. Take it back slow. Slow and steady. How's that child's pose treating you? Maybe the arms need to be back today. Maybe the binds were a little intense, who knows? Maybe just life's being a little intense and you just want to be a little closer to inward than you do outward. Great job. Let's go ahead and have a seat. And just like always, I like to use a blanket underneath. Those of you who have blankets nearby. These are, I think they're called Mexican riding blankets, and I think you can get them for like $6.99 on Amazon, and they're really great. So if you don't have one, I mean, I even have a couple at home that I like to sleep under, especially when it gets hot out, because I hate the heat. So if you don't have any, I'll try and remember to put a link up through Amazon or something like that, and you can get one of these guys, or 2 or 3. These are great for a lot of different options in practice. Okay, so let's take a twist. Your left hand's going to stay on your left knee, so same hand, same knee. There's a reason. I know you want to come across, I just want you to keep it right there. Take your right hand behind you. I would like to see if you can take your right hand to your lower back before leaning into the floor. So the knuckles of the right hand on your lower back, left hand to the left knee. And before you twist, which you know you're doing, let's go ahead and get nice and tall so the top of your head lines up with the tailbone. And then from here, we're going to start the twist deep into the abdomen. So instead of just, let's try twisting without the torque of the hands. So first, rotate the navel as far to the right as you can without really pushing or pulling. And then come into the ribs and see if you can start to move the ribs to the right as far as you can, again, without really pushing or pulling. And then the chest as far to the right as you can without pushing or pulling. And then finally, you can turn the neck and the head, again, not pushing or pulling. And just rotate to the right as much as you can with the body, not without pain, but with the body, before you start to push into something and manually force yourself into a twist. See where your body is to start. Take a big deep breath in. And then on this exhalation, go ahead and let the body just do a little bit more adjusting. And maybe now we push just a little bit into the left thigh. And we reach just a little further with that right hand. If the hand resting on the lower back isn't doing it for you, place your hand on your blanket or the floor. And then let's come right back into center. Let's try it on the right, or on the left, really. Right hand's gonna stay on the thigh. Left hand comes behind you. Sitting tall to start. Rotating just from the abdomen first, and again, not really using too much to do that. Just turning as you will.
Bend the ribs, then the chest. Not really pushing, not really doing a lot of weight or stretching here, or pulling or torque, or twerk, or tweak, or any of the T words. And then turning the neck, the head, or chest, neck, and head. And then see how you're feeling here. Take a couple deep breaths. Take one giant deep breath in. Exhale. Let that whole twist come in. Maybe using the body a little more, maybe using the hands a little more. And then unwind nice and slow. Bring the arms all the way up. Interlace the fingers, turn the hands inside out, push upwards first. Again, trying to find that nice long spine. Place your hands behind the head, let the head rest into the hands. Let the elbows draw back, lift the center of the chest. Release the hands down to the knees. Let's go ahead and do a variation of cat-cow while seated. Inhale, lift the center of the chest, let the belly draw down or forward. And then exhale, round your spine. Deep, 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 deep rounding. Inhale, lift. Exhale, deep round. Inhale, lift. Exhale, deep round. Inhale, lift. This time reach the arms all the way up again. Exhale, hands behind the base of the skull, just like we did at the beginning of class. Exhale, round your spine. Let the elbows hang. Inhale, lift back up again. Exhale, left elbow down, right elbow up. If you can touch the floor, great. Without lifting your right buttock off the ground, go for it. Inhale to center. Exhale, right elbow down. Inhale to center, bring the arms all the way up by your ears, palms together. We're going to bend the elbows by the ears so that the fingertips come back towards this wall behind you. Good, just breathe. Hug the elbows in, reach the fingertips back. Some people are going to be like, this is nothing. Okay, cool. Some people, this is going to feel awful. I apologize. Pull your belly towards your spine and up. Move the fingertips back, elbows by the ears, shoulders down. Last breath. Bring the arms up. Release the arms down. Slide that left arm away from you, reach your right arm up, big stretch. Take that right hand behind your head, roll the head towards the hand, and turn your head towards your right elbow. What's going on with your left shoulder? Right arm up. All the way to center, take it to the other side. Right arm just reaches past the right hip. Left arm comes up and by your ear. Bend the elbow, bring the head back into the hand. Turn the head past the left elbow. Keep breathing. Left arm up, come back into center. Reach the hands together in front of your heart at the center of your chest. Big deep breath. Let's see if we can switch legs without having to do anything really except for that. And then let's bring the chest forward. Walk the arms out. Let the head rest. Maybe your head's on a block or a blanket. Let's slide ourselves right back up. And you know it's coming because it's 10 minutes to 10, or yes. So you're going to move that blanket out of the way, you're going to flip it upside down, lay it on the ground, and place your head on it. you have a little pillow. And then before we go any further, I'd like you to just lay on the ground just for a moment. Adjust your body a little bit more than you usually do before we move into this next part. And then I'm going to give you 3 options. I know you hate it when I give options. I hear it all the time, but I think it's important to have them. So option 1, right knee will come in, left hand will come to the outside of the right knee, right arm will rest, and you'll come into that one leg twist, right? Placing something under the knee or the shoulder or both if you need to. Second option, both knees come in, left hand to the outside of the right knee, both knees come in for a twist. Third option, both knees bend, feet come to the floor. You're going to lean to the right, let your left leg come up and place it onto your right thigh. Those are 3 options. There are 50 more options of twists that you can do, but these are the 3 I'm giving you. So figure out which one your body, because remember, it's all about your body today. It's all about you thinking through the body, not thinking through the mind as much. And find the one that feels really good for you. Either way, we're always rolling to the left with our twist. That way we're all on the same page. And then while you're in your twist, breathe really deeply into your torso, into the space between your ribs and your hips on both sides, back and front. One more breath here. And then whatever you did on this side, we're going to do the same thing to the other. So if you needed, if it was one leg, then the right hand will come to the outside of the left knee and you're going to come across. If it's both knees, right hand to the outside of the left knee, both knees come across. The feet are on the floor, shifting to the right, right foot comes to the left thigh. You pick the one that you just did on the opposite side. You're doing it on this side now. Breathing deep into the belly. Keep breathing. And then finally, when you're ready, you can give yourself a big hug if you want, or you can go straight into that corpse pose. And let your legs just rest on the floor and start to feel your whole body against the ground. Go ahead and just lay on the floor, soft and relaxed. I know that a lot of times we see yoga practice as a way to escape the issues of our lives, the drama of our world, this fabricated reality that we are all creating every day. And I too have definitely appreciated the getting lost in my practice aspects of yoga. But surely you realize after time of practice that it's really hard to run away from things you're carrying. So sometimes our yoga practice is more about exploring the deeper aspect of who we are and really what's going on. Why am I offended by this? Why am I triggered by this? Why am I upset by this? Why does this cause me anger, sadness, or grief? Starting to unravel the deeper aspects of who we are and what we've experienced in our lives. But not to just stop there and be like, oh, this experience led to this one and that's why I feel this way now, but to work on it, to see what needs to be done to untie those knots. We've had months of triggering experiences. For whatever reason, we're being tested. When something happens to one of us, it happens to us all. It doesn't matter what color or sex or decisions that we've made in the past. If you flick a spider web at one point, the rest of the web moves. If you drop a pebble in still water, the ripples maintain all the way through. In some way. The pot is being stirred. We have to all band together to be better at being ourselves and to see each of us as an extension of ourselves. And I'm speaking on that truly from a yoga and esoteric mysticism, and from every spiritual thing I've ever read, and from a scientific method as well. So whatever part responds best in you. As you lay here, think of your own vibration, your own rhythm, the atoms that make you, the atoms that make the floor below you, the air around you, the sun above you, the people that inhabit this earth with you. They might vibrate differently or present differently or feel differently than you. But they are you. You are them. It can be hard to see yourself in things that you don't like. Just like it can be hard to see yourself in a situation you have no experience with. But just a simple tweak, a small change, a little bit more melatonin or melanin, a little bit more melanin or a little bit less. One bad experience or one really good experience. All those things just change. Just one little thing can change who you are. We're all one. And when you're ready, go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes. And start to bend your knees and roll over onto your right side. Press your left hand into the floor and bring your hands together in front of your heart. May all of us feel love. May the suffering of one of us end. May the suffering of all of us end with it. May all beings be happy and free coming and being a part of the practice today. Namaste.